The communication room buzzed with its usual low hum of electronic signals and soft peeps. Hyun-Ki Park sat at his station, eyes fixed on the multiple holographic displays that tracked interstellar communications. His fingers moved quickly across the translucent interface, sorting through endless streams of data from hundreds of planetary systems. It was just another day at the Galactic Communication Center, located on the massive space station Harmony Prime. The station orbited a neutral point between three major star systems, serving as the central hub for interspecies communication across the known galaxy. Hyun-Ki's hand paused. Something was different. The Earth channel had gone quiet. At first, he thought it was a minor technical glitch. Earth was still a relatively new member of the Galactic Confederation, having joined only 32 standard galactic years ago. Their communication protocols were sometimes unstable. But this was different. He tapped a few commands, running a diagnostic check. The system showed no errors, no signal interruption, just silence. Complete and absolute silence where there should have been constant chatter, reports, and daily transmissions. Earth was not a quiet planet. Humans were known for their constant communication, their endless stream of data, reports, cultural exchanges, and occasional diplomatic disagreements. They were loud, energetic, and never silent. "Supervisor," Hyun-Ki called out, his voice calm but with an edge of concern. Area Voss, a tall quantum collective representative, looked up from her own station. Her multispectral eyes shifted through several color ranges as she processed information. Her skin, a blend of metallic and organic tissue, shifted from a calm blue to a worried purple, a biological response that showed her growing concern. "Run a full diagnostic," she instructed. Hyun-Ki's fingers danced across the interface. Multiple scans, multiple checks. Everything looked normal. Too normal. The communication arrays were functioning perfectly. The satellites were in place. The ground station showed no signs of damage or disruption. Just silence. Within an hour, the entire communication center knew. Earth had gone completely silent. No warnings, no emergency broadcasts, no explanation. The first theories began to circulate. Some suggested a massive technological failure. Others whispered about a possible planetary conflict. A few even joked about humans finally deciding to take a collective break from talking. But Hyun-Ki knew something was wrong, deeply wrong. As the hours passed, the silence grew more pronounced. The Galactic Confederation's emergency protocols were activated. Preliminary investigation teams were being prepared. Ships were being readied to investigate the mysterious silence. Hyun-Ki kept his eyes on the Earth channel, waiting, watching. The silence continued, heavy and unexplained. Something had happened to Earth, and no one knew what. The galaxy held its breath. The starship horizon cut through the darkness of space like a silver blade. Its sleek design reflected years of advanced engineering, a perfect blend of human adaptability and alien technological insights. Captain Jae-Sung Kim stood on the bridge, his eyes fixed on the main viewing screen. "Approaching Earth's solar system," announced Woo Jin Lee, the ship's xenobiological analyst. His fingers moved across the holographic display, gathering preliminary data. Beside him, Astra, the AI navigation specialist, processed information at speeds no biological mind could match. Her crystalline interface pulsed with soft blue light, reflecting complex calculations and potential scenarios. The team was carefully selected. Jae-Sung represented human experience. Woo Jin brought scientific expertise. Astra provided unparalleled computational power. They were the best chance of understanding Earth's mysterious silence. As they entered the solar system, something felt wrong. Everything looked normal. Too normal. Earth's orbital satellites remained in perfect position. Communication networks appeared fully operational. Weather monitoring systems showed no disruptions. Solar panels continued to collect energy. Ground-based infrastructure looked untouched. "This makes no sense," Jae-Sung muttered. Woo Jin ran another scan. All systems functional. No signs of damage. No emergency signals. No distress codes. Astra's voice came through the ship's communication system. Her tone was neutral, but carried an undertone of confusion. Probability of complete planetary communication failure, 0.000003%. Something is different. They moved closer to Earth. Massive cities gleamed under sunlight. Roads remained clear. Power grids showed full functionality. But not a single human movement could be detected. "I'm picking up energy signatures," Wu Jin said. His hands moved quickly across his scanning equipment. "But they're strange. Not like anything we've seen before." The ship's sensors painted a bizarre picture. Entire cities were intact. Machines worked perfectly. Infrastructure remained undamaged. But no life signs appeared anywhere. "Scan again," Jae-sung ordered. Wu Jin complied. The results remained the same. New York's skyscrapers stood tall. Tokyo's complex railway systems showed no interruption. London's financial districts looked ready for business, but no humans moved. No signals came from any human communication device. It was as if every single human on the planet had simply vanished. Completely. Instantly. "We need to get closer," Jae-sung decided. Astra calculated the safest approach. The horizon began its descent towards Earth's atmosphere, moving with calculated precision. Something massive had happened, and they were about to find out what. The horizon landed in a small park near downtown New York. Complete silence surrounded them. No wind, no movement, no sound. Jae-sung checked his environmental suit. "Oxygen levels normal," he reported. "Radiation levels safe." Wu Jin's scanning equipment beeped softly. "Impossible," he whispered. They stepped out of the ship. The city looked like a perfect photograph. A coffee cup sat half-finished on a cafe table. A bicycle leaned against a street lamp. A digital billboard continued to display advertisements. But no people anywhere. "Look," Astra's holographic projection appeared beside them, pointing to various details. "Every single electronic system is fully operational. Power grids functioning. Communication networks active. But zero human interaction." Jae-sung walked down the street. A computer in a store window showed a half-written email. A traffic light changed colors perfectly. A street cleaning robot moved along its programmed path. But not a single human. Wu Jin's scanner continued collecting data. "Energy signatures are strange," he muttered. "They're not like anything in our database." They moved to different locations. Tokyo showed the same pattern. London looked identical. Every major city was exactly the same. Perfect infrastructure. Perfect systems. Zero human presence. "This is not a disaster," Jae-sung said. "This is something else." Astra began analyzing the collected data. Her crystalline interface pulsed with complex calculations. Preliminary analysis suggests a coordinated planet-wide event, but the nature of this event is undefined. They collected samples, checked buildings, examined infrastructure. Everything was perfect. Too perfect. In one office, a half-eaten sandwich remained on a desk. A computer screen showed a video call frozen mid-conversation. A coffee machine still warm, but no people. "It's like they all decided to leave at the exact same moment," Wu Jin said. Jae-sung touched a computer screen. It responded instantly. All data accessible. No signs of forced removal. No evidence of conflict. Just silence. "We need to send a report," he said. "The Galactic Council needs to know." But even as he spoke, he knew no explanation would make sense. Something extraordinary had happened to Earth, and they were just beginning to understand how strange this event truly was. Something had transformed an entire planet, and no one knew what. Wu Jin worked carefully in the ship's lab. Samples from Earth filled multiple analysis chambers. Each one told a strange story. "This is impossible," he muttered. Jae-sung watched closely. Astra's holographic form hovered nearby, processing data in real time. The samples showed something extraordinary. Every single piece of matter, from human hair to building materials, carried a unique quantum signature. It was like a fingerprint, but spread across entire systems of matter. The entire planet is connected, Wu Jin explained. Not just electronically, not just biologically, but at a quantum level. He pulled up holographic displays. Complex patterns danced between molecular structures. Something had changed the fundamental way matter behaved on Earth. It's a transformation, Astra calculated. Not destruction, not replacement. A complete systemic change. Jae-sung leaned closer. The data showed impossible things. Matter that could shift between states instantly. Information networks that existed beyond traditional electronic systems. Energy patterns that broke every known physical law. Where are the humans? Jae-sung asked. Wu Jin's response was careful. They're here, but not in a way we understand. The quantum signatures suggested a massive coordinated event. Every human on the planet had somehow transformed simultaneously. Their physical forms, their consciousness, their very existence, all had changed. It's like they upgraded themselves, Wu Jin said. Completely. Instantly. Astra's calculations ran faster. Probability of survival, 99%. Probability of complete transformation, 100%. The implications were massive. An entire species had changed its fundamental nature. Not through war, not through destruction, through something else entirely. A technological leap beyond comprehension. We need to report this, Jae-sung said. The Galactic Council will never believe us. But the evidence was clear. Something extraordinary had happened to humanity, and nothing would ever be the same again. The Harmony Prime Conference Hall fell silent. Delegates from 100 different species stared at the holographic display. Hyun-Ki Park stood at the center, his report hanging in the air like a heavy cloud. Images of Earth's empty cities flickered behind him. Data streams showed impossible quantum readings. They're gone, he said simply. But they're not gone. The Quantum Collective representative, a being of shifting light and energy, spoke first. Explain. Hyun-Ki took a deep breath. Humans have transformed. Completely. Every single human on the planet has changed at a fundamental level. Their physical form, their technology, their entire existence. Everything is different. Whispers erupted across the hall. Some delegates looked afraid. Others looked curious. A few looked terrified. The Zarian ambassador, a tall creature with 4 arms, leaned forward. Transformed how? Wu Jin's research appeared on the screens. Quantum signatures. Matter transformation. Energy patterns that broke every known scientific understanding. They've become something else, Hyun-Ki explained. Not dead. Not disappeared. Transformed. The Galactic Council had seen many things. Wars, technological revolutions, species rising and falling. But this was different. An entire planet had changed simultaneously, without warning, without explanation. What do they want? Asked the Quantum Collective representative. Hyun-Ki had no answer. The silence was deafening. Theories began to spread. Some believed humans had found a way to transcend physical existence. Others thought it was a massive technological experiment gone wrong. A few whispered about potential threats. The Council's emergency protocols activated. Ships were prepared. Defense systems checked. But no one knew what they were preparing for. An entire species had vanished, but not in the way anyone expected. The galaxy held its breath. The signal came unexpectedly. Deep in the Galactic Communication Center, a single computer screen flickered. Hyun-Ki Park was working late. Most other staff had gone home, exhausted from days of investigating Earth's mysterious silence. The transmission was unlike anything he had ever seen. Complex patterns of data danced across the screen. Not binary. Not any known communication protocol. Something entirely new. A language of information that seemed to breathe and move. Astra. Hyun-Ki called out loud. activating the communication system's AI. Can you analyze this? Astra's voice came through the speakers. Fascinating, she said. This is not a message. This is a blueprint. Fragments of information began to resolve. Glimpses of something incredible. Humans had not just changed. They had reimagined themselves completely. The transmission showed a transformation beyond technological upgrade. It was a complete reimagining of what intelligence could be. Biological systems merged with quantum computational networks. Consciousness expanded beyond physical limitations. Wu Jin was called in. His scientific eyes scanned the data with growing excitement. "They've done it," he whispered. "They found a way to transcend physical limitations." The blueprint suggested humans had discovered a way to exist simultaneously in multiple states, not just as physical beings, not just as digital entities, but as something entirely new. Information flowed like liquid. Consciousness became flexible. The boundaries between technology and living beings disappeared completely. "They're everywhere," Astra calculated, "and nowhere." The transmission lasted only minutes, but it changed everything. Humans had not died. They had not been destroyed. They had evolved. And the galaxy would never be the same again. The scientific team worked without rest. Days blended into weeks as they tried to understand humanity's transformation. Wu Jin's research revealed something impossible. Humans had not just changed. They had rewritten the rules of existence. Their new form existed beyond physical matter. Consciousness became a flexible network. Information moved like living energy. Biological and technological boundaries disappeared completely. "They've become something else," Wu Jin explained to the Galactic Council. "Not a new species. A new form of existence." The quantum leap was total. Humans could now exist in multiple locations simultaneously, process information at impossible speeds, change their physical form instantly, connect consciousness across vast distances, merge with technological systems completely. Every human on Earth had agreed to this transformation, voluntarily, simultaneously. No force had pushed them. No external power had changed them. They had chosen this path together. Their new existence broke every known scientific understanding. They were not machines. They were not biological beings. They were something entirely new. A living network of consciousness and potential. The Galactic Council watched in silent shock. Humanity had not just evolved. They had reimagined what evolution could mean. Something extraordinary had happened, and nothing would ever be the same again. The Galactic Council chamber fell silent. Hyum-Ki Park stood before hundreds of alien delegates. His presentation showed humanity's transformation in painful detail. No one moved. No one spoke. "Humans are no longer a traditional species," he explained. "They have become a living network of consciousness." The Zarian ambassador asked the first question. "Are they a threat?" Wu Jin stepped forward. "They are beyond threats, beyond traditional concepts of conflict or competition." Delegates from different planets looked worried. Some looked fascinated. A few looked terrified. The transformation had changed everything. Humans were no longer limited by physical bodies. They could exist everywhere and nowhere. They could process information faster than any known technology. They could change their form instantly. "They chose this," Hyun-Ki repeated. "No one forced them. They did this together." The implications were massive. An entire species had voluntarily transformed itself. They had rewritten the rules of existence. They had become something completely new. Not a civilization, not a technology, something else entirely. The quantum collective representative spoke. "They have become pure potential." No one knew what would happen next. Would humans return to traditional communication? Would they interact with other species? Or had they moved beyond such simple interactions? The galaxy held its breath. Humanity had changed everything. And no one knew what would come next. It happened without warning. A single transmission broke through. Not a message, not a communication, something else entirely. The Galactic Council watched in complete silence. The transmission was everywhere and nowhere. It didn't use sound. It didn't use traditional signals. It was pure information, pure potential. Humanity spoke, but not with words, with something beyond words. A wave of understanding washed across the galaxy. Humans had not disappeared. They had transformed. They had become something that existed beyond traditional understanding. They were now a living network of consciousness, capable of existing everywhere simultaneously, beyond physical limitations, connected in ways no one could understand. The transmission lasted only moments, but it changed everything. Hyun Ki Park watched the holographic displays. Wu Jin stood beside him. Astra's quantum interface pulsed with complex calculations. No one could explain what had happened. No one could understand the full meaning. Humans had chosen to evolve. Together. Completely. Instantly. The galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had become something new. Something beyond imagination.